I have Major General Mohammad Ali Shah joining me on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us this morning, sir. Now, as you know, China, in fact, has been making inroads in the Middle East, especially now. Tajikistan is their major focus. Now, speaking of Tajikistan, it does have a large number of mineral resources. Do you think that is the main focus of China there?
That could be the main focus because the Chinese have made it very clear that that base would not be manned by Chinese army. In fact, it will be in full control of the Tajiks over there. They'll have the presence of the Chinese armed police force. So, of course, when you have a paramilitary or you have a police force manning it, you have a partial stake in it, all right. But ultimately, what they are looking at is the mining and the resources they can extract from there. Tajikistan already, Russia and India already have their military presence in Tajikistan. China has repeatedly denied their military presence in Tajikistan, though they would be having, they certainly have. And their interest, you are right, is totally about the natural resources available in Tajikistan soil, basically.
So now we do know that a lot of locals in Tajikistan are not getting access, not being able to completely utilize the natural resources that is available to them. Now, at a time like this, Tajikistan having given approval to the construction of the Chinese base, isn't that then worrying?
Of course, it's a worry. In fact, definitely. In fact, the Chinese overseas security facility after Djibouti in the Horn of Africa. You can see what the Chinese did over there. Now, same thing. It's definitely a sort of worry. In fact, China has been keeping an eye on Afghanistan for a very, very long time. On Afghanistan and on Tajikistan as well. So they already have, they control Pakistan in a way. So now when China takes control, it is a sort of worry, certainly, because Tajikistan also has got Russian and Indian military presence over there. And the moment Chinese beat the police force, but the moment they peep in and they interfere in their matters, it is a source of worry and concern for all of us. And especially Tajikistan must realize, I'll give you a small example. It's like someone in trains, when we are traveling in trains, someone comes and says, I don't have a seat. Can I get a seat, please? You give him a seat. He sits more. And ultimately, you'll find the person who's borrowed your seat takes over the seat and he throws away the people who were actually who were in the right place, who had the seat with them. Same thing is happening in Tajikistan and China. China has come in agreement with Tajikistan, yes, no doubt. And Tajikistan has laid its conditions, yes. But ultimately, in the long run, you'll see China will get the better out of Tajikistan, unfortunately, because Tajikistan is agreeing to their demands.
So, and of course, we did have this conversation on our channel a couple of days ago, in fact, and this is about what the international community should do about this. We had the exact same conversation on how minerals will be exploited by China. Now, what role does the Quad have in this? How can the Quad then, help bring back the rights of the people on their own resources?
To be very honest, organizations like the international organization like Quad and August, I don't think they would be able to do much in this case, because ultimately, yes, with Quad, we are trying to curb China's aggression. And when we militarize Quad, of course, it becomes even more a stronger body. Like, for example, they'll be training their fighter pilots of Australia, Japan, India, and America, and the Anderson Air Force Base in the US on the Western Coast, fine. But now the thing is, regarding this, I have my doubts, and I really wish Quad, an international organization, could really do much in it. But I don't really perceive, because ultimately it's Tajikistan also which is agreeing, right? Tajikistan has agreed they've given their consent that you please come and you can do. But yes, it will be under Tajikistan military role. So it is again like, if you give a consent, a third party or international body cannot do much into it. But they can just advise you at the best. Listen, what you are doing, just be careful. What you are doing is you have to keep your guard. You have to be alert. Now, if you see also in Taliban, I'm just shifting focus to Afghanistan, to Taliban government. They have only Tajiks in the entire Taliban government. So it only goes to say that, of course, Tajiks are not treated well in Afghanistan also. Not only Hadaras or Uzbeks. It is Tajiks as well. So Tajiks, they put up a good fight for the Taliban government at Panjshir Valley. So that itself goes to show the ethnicity of the tribes of Afghanistan and Tajikistan. unfortunately would not be able to, I perceive, they would not be able to do much. Why? Because Tajikistan has given its consent. They should not have given the consent in the first place.
Right, sir. Thank you for joining us this morning and providing your insight on this story.